Another big tip for goals, and this is very common in most books about goals and things right now, and what a lot of the gurus teach, is affirmations. Affirmations are awesome. I've used them many times in my life for several different kinds of goals: financial, business, personal habits, any kind of thing I want. But I recommend buying books on goals and researching it. It's really cool. But basically how affirmations work are, you have your goal. So let's use that same goal of I want to make $300 a month, okay? Remember the 3 Ps, okay? You need to have it in first person, you need to have it present tense, and you have to have it positive, okay? So if I want to make $300 a month, I am saying my affirmation for that is that's the first P, that's personal, make, that's present tense, $300 a month. That's positive, okay? I don't want to say anything negative in this, okay? So I make $300 a month in my paparazzi business selling jewelry, okay? So basically what you do, and now that you have that and you can attach other goals, I had a problem cracking my knuckles several years ago, so I set a goal to stop doing that, and I told myself, I don't crack my knuckles, or I have healthy, strong hands, you know, things like that. That keeps it positive and present tense. But basically what you want to do is you print it out on a little note card, and you literally want to read that every single day. And if you can, multiple times a day. Sometimes when you wake up, when you go down to bed, maybe make a goal every time you brush your teeth or eat or anything like that. Or if you're sitting in line at the grocery store, pull out your card out of your purse or your wallet and read it to yourself. And if you can, read it aloud. If you're in more of a private space, that will make it better. But read that, think about it, close your eyes and picture yourself, imagine yourself, feel the emotions of it. That's a big part of it. And it's kind of interesting. Every time I've done this, you know, you kind of force yourself the first week to do it, and you're just reading it, and you kind of still doubt it because you haven't hit that goal. It's a goal, you want to hit it. Week 1, you're kind of doubting, you read it every day, just you're going through the motions because you have to. Week 2, you're kind of still doing it, and your mind, what you're doing is you're kind of playing a trick on your subconscious mind. So week 2, you're starting to believe that you can do it, and again, you're still doing your baby steps, your plan. Week 3, all of a sudden, your mind starts to change and think, I'm doing this, I can do this, I will do this. And by week 4, it's an absolute fact. Whether you've hit the goal or not, it's a fact. You have confidence, you know you will do it. So it's really kind of a cool game that you can kind of play with your mind, with your subconscious, and it's very popular in goal setting to basically keep telling yourself, again, the repetition is the key. I do this, I have already done this, I am doing this, and your mind starts to believe it. It's really cool with goal setting, so I really recommend it. Another big key to this is print out pictures of what your goals are. Put it on your wall, put it on your mirror, put it somewhere where you will see it daily. Put a picture on your phone, put it as your wallpaper on your phone or on your computer where you will see it daily. If it's a certain amount, a certain number, that $300 a month, write it on your wall if your spouse will let you. Do whatever you can, hang it on your wall, but look at that constantly. Constantly think about what your goal is. If your goal is to go on a big trip to Disney World, print out pictures of Disney World and put pictures of your family kind of interspersed with Photoshop. You can do whatever you want with that now. So if you want a new car, print out pictures of your new car, think about it. That's your overall goal. That's part of the dreaming and the emotion part of it that is really fun about part of this. But the big point is print out something, have something physical that you can look. If it's a check that you want to print out, we've got some of those below here as well. Write your name in the check and hang it on the wall with whatever amount you want to make per month or per year or overall. All these kind of visual aids will help you and your subconscious mind to attain your goals and to get you through some of those hard times. Sometimes it's not fun doing the daily grind and sitting on the phone all day making all the calls or setting up certain things. Some parts of this business are fun and extremely exciting. Some parts are kind of mundane and boring sometimes. That's just part of doing business. But that's what, by being able to see your goals and your vision, that gets you through some of the harder times or the boring times. Another part of goal setting is dream big. Have high hopes and high dreams and expect the best from yourself. Where will you be if you're financially free? If that's one of your goals, or that's your big goals, to be financially free by a certain date, that you don't have to worry about paying the bills anymore, paying the mortgage, your house can be paid off, or you have enough money from your paparazzi business, selling jewelry, and from your commission checks to literally pay all your bills. You're basically retired, right? So dream big. What will you do? Where will you be? Who will you be with? What will it smell like? What will it taste like? What will it feel like? Where will you go? What will you do? Those are kind of fun questions that we get to ask ourselves, and by being financially free. So literally take a piece of paper out or a computer and just sit down and write 1 to 2 pages of where you'll be if you're financially free. Set those big goals, those big dreams, and you'll be able to see them in the near future. You'll be excited, and you'll be able to, through this paparazzi business, you'll be able to attain those goals. Kind of a big part of the goal setting and just your business in general is keeping the motivation to keep working hard, to keep taking action, to keep doing things. Like I mentioned before, sometimes it's not always fun. Sometimes you have to sit down, and I absolutely loathe, I just hate doing bookkeeping and accounting, but with some of my several businesses, I have to do it. So that's just a boring day that I just tell myself I just got to get through it. But anyways, one of the ways to stay motivated, I heard a really cool quote by Zig Ziglar. He's a really big motivational speaker. But somebody asked him one time, they said, how does it make you feel that you go into a big audience and you get them all excited and motivated, and then all of a sudden the next day or 2 or 3 days later, for those first couple of days they're all motivated and excited and on fire, and then a few days later it just kind of goes away, and don't you feel like that's a waste? And Zig basically asked him back, he said, okay, well, I guess I could ask you the same question. Do you shower more than once a day? Or do you shower every day, or do you eat a few times a day? He says, well, what's the difference between that? Just because I shower once, does that mean I'm good for my life or for the week or for the month? No. I have to keep cleaning my body. I have to keep showering once a day. I have to keep eating and drinking water once a day because I have to keep my body healthy. Well, it's the same thing with my motivation, with my excitement, with things like that. I have to keep feeding my mind and keep exciting myself, re-energizing myself. So a few tips to doing that is talking to your upline, talking to your sponsor, things like that. These training videos, we're hoping that they motivate you, that they get you excited, and we can give you some ideas through this. I'm a big believer in reading motivational books or listening to motivational CDs or tapes. There's lots of them on the internet, lots of books at your bookstore. Zig Ziglar is one of my favorites. He's great. Brian Tracy is a really good one as well, and both of them do a lot with sales, so they're just great knowledge for you. A great website I've found is called audible.com, and it's basically books on tape or on CD that you can download that are in MP3 format. It's very inexpensive. It's, I think, $15 or $20 a month, and you get 2 full audio books credits per month that you get to download. Put on your MP3 player. Think about how much we drive in a day. Sometimes a half an hour to 2 or 3 hours a day that we're stuck in traffic. Literally, that could be your university in your car. Think about how much time we spend every morning getting ready, showering, brushing our teeth, combing our hair, all those kinds of things. That's about an hour every day. Well, let's use that time effectively. Put it on, put your MP3 player, put your radio on, and listen to that. That's an hour every day that you're being trained and being motivated, being excited. These aren't things that we have to spend extra time doing. We can kind of double dip. We can do them at the same time as other things. One of my favorite things, this is kind of weird, but when I go to the gym, I'll be on the treadmill and I'll walk and I'll be reading a book at the same time, and I've only fallen off once or twice, so I don't really recommend it to everybody, but for the most part, I'm kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm exercising and I'm reading, feeding my mind at the same time, and I absolutely love it. So anyways, just a few tips to keep the motivation alive, keep the excitement going, and it'll make you feel better and make you kind of get through some of those not as exciting days or moments in your paparazzi business.
Now, what do you want? How much do you want to make with your paparazzi business? Down below is a PDF of a paparazzi check. I want you to print out 2 of those checks. One, I want you to put how much you want to make each month. Put your name and put the amount. The second one is how much do you want to make in a year. Put the amount and put your name on that check also. Then I want you to put it on your wall, put it in your office, wherever you want to put it, that you can look at it daily.